Hey guys, happy distance learning. This is for my 9th, 10th, and 11th grade English. My seniors are supposed to be working on their autobiographies, so don't worry, they're doing a lot of work, and you will get to do that whenever you are my senior as well. Happy week 4 of distance learning. I hope your lives are just getting easier and happier, and you're feeling more at peace, and you're seeing light at the end of the tunnel. I know I am. I was able to go back to work at the winery yesterday and label wine bottles and kind of work by myself for about 4 hours. It was so nice to kind of get back in the swing of things. And so nothing lasts forever. This will pass, and I'm sure, I'm like almost 99.99999% positive that I will see all of you next year when school starts back up. So hang in there. This is week 4, like I said. I have received a couple of your essays, essays where you had to interview an older family member. Well, I preferred older family member. You could have even interviewed a sibling or a cousin or a favorite cousin or something like that. But I've been getting those. I'm loving them. Remember, every and all work that you do for any subject, it only helps you. It's not going to ever lower your grade. So keep that in mind if you are really trying to shoot for all A's and B's this 9 weeks. So challenge yourself, turn this stuff in. That goes for all the grades, all the subjects. Just do it. Today, we're going to be talking about, gosh, 2 different things. Video games and you being a student and being on the student side of things, because I know as educators, we've never been prepared for this. It's not like I went to college and there was a class about how to teach during a pandemic. Like that was never even talked about. So I know that we're doing the best that we can, and so I want to hear your side of things as well. So here are your 2 assignments today. So for those of you, I know my 11th graders, we don't do journals. It's kind of geared towards my younger kids. But this is going to be 2 different journals that you're doing for this week. So for this week's lesson and discussion, I want to talk about life as it is now. I saw this in this quote on Instagram, and I wanted to share it with you. It's by Peter Suderman. It's Suderman. He works for New York Times Opinion, which is just that. It's New York Times, it's a newspaper, but they have opinion pieces. He says that it is good to play video games during this time because it gives you a sense of escapism. I'm sure if you look at the root word escape, you know what that means. Escapism is where it gets your mind off of certain things going on in the moment, and you escape to a different world, a different reality. It just gets your mind thinking of other things, gives you different challenges, and kind of puts your mind and mindset in a different place to kind of let go of all the stressors. So Peter Suderman from New York Opinion says, I'm going to give the same advice to anyone who is now out of work or otherwise kept at home. Play video games and don't feel bad about it. Maybe all of you are like cheering in your houses right now. I'm like, I knew it. I knew playing video games was a good thing for me. He says it is. So this is your journal prompt. This is your writing prompt. How do you feel about Peter Suderman's words? How do you feel about this? Do you agree or disagree, and why? And what activities are you doing more of these days? Maybe it is video game playing, or maybe it's something else. I've been doing way more baking. I'm not really much of a baker, but I'm trying. And I've also been doing way more yoga and just more activities outside. So that's what I've been doing a lot of. So I'm going to show this to you so you can like screenshot it or pause it so you can get the assignment again. So the square area is his quote, and the circle thought bubble area is your assignment. I have other notes on here, I'm sorry. So just look at the 2 things that are in the box and then the bubble. Okay, so answer that one. I want to hear your thoughts, and you are allowed to give your own opinions. Like this, that's the point of it. Journal number 2, Sean Peck, his last name is Peck, P-E-C-K, tweeted in his tweeter, is it tweeter or tweet name? Username? I don't know. It's Sean Peck 6, and he tweeted this, and it's kind of negative, but I was like really drawn to it. If I was a student, I'd be like, hey man, this is how I feel. So he asked, have you ever taken an online class? How about 6 at once? When you were a teenager, with spotty Wi-Fi and needing to share a device with siblings, while at home, filled with fear and anxiety. And then he put, yeah, me either. Let's cut these kids some slack. So I put, all right, so Peck's tweet is a bit negative. However, I feel there is truth to it. I know that you guys are doing the best you can, but how is distance learning going for you? Can you find the negatives to this method? Can you tell me what I need to work on as an educator? Can you tell me things you're struggling with? But also on the other side, can you support some positives? What are some good things that have come out of this? Have you learned some certain things about you? Maybe you realize that you need to be in a classroom with a teacher on your butt just telling you to get to work and stay on task, or maybe you really do like working from home and being with your family. So tell me the positives out of this too. And please use your details. So I'm going to show you this one. This packet, this one's worded different too because this is for my kids who actually are doing the packets, but you guys are smart. You'll be able to figure it out. So the box, once again, the rectangle is Sean Peck's tweet, and then the bubble is your actual journal prompt, okay? So I want, I'm going to say 3/4 of a page for each one. If you would like to do some research, like if you are a huge gamer and you want to do research over Peter Suderman's story and opinion piece over playing video games, you can find it on NewYorkTimes.com. I Googled New York opinion playing video games. I Googled like New York opinion playing video games, and it was like the 4th thing down, so you can easily find it. It was a cool read, and it actually, I think a lot of parents stress out when people play too many video games, but especially right now, like we're supposed to be staying home, we're supposed to be social distancing. Like, why not give your mind a break from the stress and go play your video games? So I want to hear your thoughts. Maybe you're not a video game player. What else are you doing to pass the time? Are you reading a lot? Oh, that's another thing is I'm reading 2 novels right now at the same time that I'm like super into. So yeah, hopefully you're doing different things in your life to give you something to do. So that's what you're doing for this week is you're writing these 2 journals. I want 3/4 of a page. Make sure you use complete sentences. Watch your punctuation and your grammar. Make sure your verb tenses are on point. One last thing I want to talk about before I leave is I was reading also another article about how there's so many rumors flying around and different people's perspectives on things, and sometimes as a human, even for me being a grown-up, it's very overwhelming to hear all these different opinions and people feeling different ways, and sometimes I just don't know what the truth is. You can easily go to factcheck.org if you are feeling overwhelmed and you need to know the truth about something or you want to know the truth. .org is an organization, so it's official, it's very neutral, it's not political, and it just helps people figure out what the truth is, so things don't get too misconstrued out there in the media. So I've been going on that a lot. I also go to cdc.gov. That's also a really good website to give you just the up-to-date, everything that's going on. It's also .gov. I told you this the very first video. .govs are government sponsored, so it's a safe place to go as well. So just keep staying positive. I about word fumbled there. I have faith that everything's going to get better. We have 2 more weeks of school, and then you'll be officially out for the summer. I can't wait to see you guys, and I can't wait to read your opinions over these 2 prompts. If you're reading, let me know what you're reading. I hope you guys are reading a good novel right now. You can go to Amazon.com. They have a lot of used novels for a penny. Shipping and handling is $2.99 though, but that's where I get most of my books for like $3 a piece used. So Amazon.com is a great way to get some cheapy reads if that's what you're into, because I know libraries are closed. So anyways, be at peace with yourself, be at peace with others, love one another, be kind. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.